Hey guys, Jengar here. Welcome to today's realistic review in which we are taking a look at the B-25J-1 sitting at 4.0 battle rating in the American line. This is a very nice versatile bomber in the American line that you can use at early one, well yes, let's say the beginning of the mid tiers. Maximum speed in this plane is 415 kilometers an hour on sea level without WEP and 431 with WEP. At 4500 meters it is 352 kilometers an hour without WEP and 371 kilometers an hour with WEP. At 6500 meters the plane will go 308 kilometers an hour without WEP and 325 kilometers an hour with WEP. Top speed in a dive is 550 kilometers an hour before it redlines and 590 kilometers an hour before it falls apart. Stall speed in the plane is 165 kilometers an hour, which is actually quite good in this plane. Not that you want to perform stall maneuvers in a bomber, of course, but you never know what happens. You can definitely do a little bit of shenanigans in this plane when it comes to fighting fighters, and I definitely tried to do that in the footage because we already threw our bombs, we destroyed a base, and yeah, we now got to get back to base to reload basically. But there's fighters, heavy fighters and all that, yes, all over the place. You have your gunners, you have 5 forward facing 50 cals, so yeah, not bad at all. Control stiffening in this plane is already pretty quickly in the roll rate, and the elevator starts to stiffen up pretty quickly as well, so above 400 kilometers an hour you already have to take this into account. I already mentioned the firepower a little bit. The firepower is good in the plane. It has 5 offensive 50 cals with 400 rounds per gun. I used ground target belt for that with a 600 meter convergence. The plane also has 2 turrets with 2 times dual 50 cals, or with dual 50 cals and 200 rounds for both 1000 rounds per gun. It also has 3 turrets with 150 cal with 800 rounds per gun. The plane has a multitude of different setups for the bomb load. The top load is 3 times 1000 pounds, but you also have options if you want to attack a column or something, like 10 times 100 pounds with a 1 time 1000, or 10 times 100 pounds with 2 times 500 pounds. So you have all kinds of options you can choose from, and that is quite nice. You can fit the bomb load to the circumstance, let's say. Ammo load is good, like I said, on all the turrets and the offensive guns. Acceleration in the plane in a straight line is poor. In a dive it's average. You know, it remains a bomber, so that's quite difficult in that sense. The energy retention in the plane in the horizontal is average. In the vertical it's bad. The climb rate is bad, the turn time is bad, even with the flaps, which rip off at 410 kilometers an hour. The turn time becomes a little bit better, but you know, it's basically used to get off the airfield and to land, so, but yeah, it is usable, and the flaps do rip off at 410 kilometers an hour. Your roll rate in the plane is bad. Maneuverability overall compared to fighters and all that, yes, is of course bad, but it's not bad for a bomber. Look at this stuff. This is pretty decent for a bomber. You can make fighters sweat for the kill a little bit, and you can even take some with you. Here, this was lucky with the with my gunner taking a shot, getting a good hit on him. He's actually going down, so that's my 3rd kill today. Durability in this plane can soak up a lot of damage. You just gotta be a little bit lucky that you do not catch fire. But all in all, I taken lots of damage in this thing and still flew back to base, as you saw in the beginning of this match. So all in all, I really like this bomber. It is basically a bomber that can be used as a heavy fighter with turrets as well. And the 5 offensive 50 cals are really nice. And in that sense you can really defend yourself. You know, you throw off your bomb, you get a base, or if you want you can go low and you can get 3 1,000 pounders on a column, getting you 3, 4 or 5 tanks maybe if you're lucky. But then of course you're already low then, and you take a little bit of your advantage away when you are fighting the fighters and the heavy fighters. Because this thing definitely is capable of shooting some of them down here and there. Unfortunately we go down to that G55, as unfortunately the rest of my team had already died. And I was the last guy left and they were all looking for me. So that was a little bit unfortunate, but if there would have been a few allies left there, that could have been a fun match with maybe even more kills, as there was also a bomber low, which we could have gotten. Another match, let's say we attack the bombers. This is also a good bomber hunter with the 550 cals. Great firepower, especially with the damage the 50 cals do these days. That is quite decent. And we're going after this guy, even though he's shooting at us. It is just that lower back gunner there that is shooting at us. And if I do remember correctly, that's a 50 cal in the back there. We do get him there though, and that is our first kill for the match. We've got a TA incoming, and that is not very good news of course, so we're going the other way in the direction of our fighters, and maybe we can get some shots off at another bomber. The BV-238 though is a dangerous bomber, and we definitely have to get out of the way here. There's that massive firepower in that plane in the back, but we do not get hit, fortunately. We extended the other way and we went again for a base that was undamaged yet, so we could get our full damage in on the base. Bombs away, and I turned to the left here because I saw two enemy fighters there before they shot down one of my allies, and they are indeed there. I thought they were a little bit lower, but of course the climb rate on the fighters is much better than on this thing. So I was higher than them, but they have leveled out the height difference, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to take some shots here on this guy. Could have aimed a little lower, we could have gotten him a little earlier, maybe could have turned off, but the 190 was shooting at us as well though. We caught a fire on the right wing on a fuel tank, and unfortunately going down again after getting a base and 2 air kills. But this is basically how it often goes in this plane. You get an air kill, you get a base, and you've got your rewards out of it. You got your research points, you got your silver lions. Quite nice. Hey guys, so here we are after the match. Now that was enjoyable. This plane is very capable. You can do a lot of shenanigans in the plane, as it is quite maneuverable for a bomber. The flight model is decent, although of course compared to the single engine fighters you're gonna have a problem on your hands. But still, you can do a turn or two, and maybe if they make a mistake you get guns on targets, head-ons you can make. You can surprise people, as you saw, and you can get quite a few kills in this plane after or before even throwing off your bomb load on a base. Potentially on a column if you want. You can also pick the bomb loads for that. The bomb loads are pretty versatile in this plane. You can attack columns with 100 pounders and 500 pounders or 1000 pounder. But you can also choose the bomb load of 3 1000 pounders, with which you can easily destroy a base, bomb the base, attack fighters that come up, attack heavy fighters that come at you. Use your turrets when you are attacked in a more disadvantaged situation. Shoot them down. I mean, I have had a lot of fun in this plane, and easily ran a 1-to-1 kill death ratio in the plane, killing bases left and right as well. You can easily get your fill of silver lions in this plane. So it's a good earner, and definitely could be used if you enjoy bombers a lot, as one of the planes you use for grinding a little bit in the American tree if you are unlocking it. Definitely a recommendable plane. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I want to thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. If you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Become part of this community. If you are already a subscriber, don't forget to like the video, do leave me a comment, and if you really feel like helping out today, make sure to share the video with your friends and let them know about the channel.